Welcome to Dental Business RX. Practice success in 30 minutes or less.
Thank you for calling ABC Dental.
So let's say I'm a prospective new patient and I call your practice. Your receptionist answers and I ask, how much do you charge for a crown, implant, etc.? What would they say to me? We don't quote prices over the phone and abruptly end the call, or I'm sorry, we can't discuss fees, or something of that nature? Or how about if I lead off with, instead of asking about prices, I lead off with, do you take my such and such insurance? And it just so happens that you're not in network for my plan. What happens then? Do you just say no and end the call? Your receptionist is the make-break point for new patients for your practice. A receptionist who's on the ball and really knows what they're doing can grab you an additional 10, 20, or even 30 new patients a month. But these two issues, how to handle what we might call shopper calls and how to handle patients that are not in network, you're out of network for, are big problems that we see, especially with newer clients. For that matter, in listening to call recordings with these clients, that obviously as people record their calls, these are the types of calls that are usually messed up by their practices. So for this week's episode, we're tackling this head on. And to help me do it, I have Sabri Bloomberg, our Deputy Chief Operating Officer. She was just on a couple weeks ago. So if you've been listening to the podcast for any length of time, you're familiar with Sabri. She's our top technical delivery person here at MGE. And we're going to cover these two issues, shopper calls and what to do with patients that you're out of network with. And Sabri's going to teach you how she teaches clients to handle these calls. As a matter of fact, recently she's been doing a lot of Zooms with clients and their teams about these. And what she shows them really works. So you guys are in for a treat. So Sabri, welcome. I know you're connected up over there.
Hello,
I'm not going to ask if you're connected up like I used to. All right, so now before we get into this, because I'm a big fan of just jump in right away rather than, subscribe here or click here. Or let me talk about this for 5 minutes.
Sure.
Before we jump into this, is there anything you'd want to say before we get into how to handle a shopper call or how to handle a patient who you're not in network with as far as receptionists go?
Yeah. Well, there's some understoods.
Okay.
Right, with regards to reception. Like you can't teach somebody a script unless to handle new patients on the front desk, unless the person answering the phone has basic qualifications to be a receptionist.
Okay.
Right? And so what do I mean with that? They like people, they're upbeat, they have great communication skills, and you've talked about this in other podcasts.
Sure.
You definitely
You have too.
Yeah. Reception at a dental practice is not an entry-level position, right? You want your best person on reception because all your money flows through reception, all your phone calls, all your marketing dollars, it all flows through reception. And you have mentioned this before, conversion rate in the United States for new patients, meaning people who call into the practice inquiring about being a new patient versus how many schedule. What is it, 24%?
23.
23%,
Yeah.
meaning that 1 out of 4 potential new patients actually ends up making it into the office. Right now, some of them are unavoidable. Maybe they're, participating in an insurance like an HMO or something like that, and they need to go to a practice that accepts their insurance if they want to use it, right? But we can do better than 1 out of 4.
Oh, heck. I mean, even if you just get 1 out of 2, like half.
Right.
Without spending another dollar, you've doubled your new patients for the average office.
That's exactly right. So having the right person on reception is incredibly important. Making sure that person is trained to handle reception is important. Making sure that person is not considering answering the phone a nuisance because they're so overloaded with work. Well, you see that, right?
Yeah.
They have the person answering the phone is the same person as that's checking out patients and handling the insurance and checking people in, and they're already so overwhelmed with what's going on. They have no time to do a good job on the phone.
Right. And that's not what you want to hear if you're a new caller.
No. So you need to, if you want new patients, you need to have the right person on reception, and that person needs to be trained. Now, there's a couple of other understoods too with the way that I handle these phone calls, especially the in and out of network insurance ones that I'm going to go over. We have it set up with our clients that the out of network fees in the practice, in other words, their standard fee schedule is the hygiene fees are meaning any fee that would ordinarily be covered at 100% is at allowable, not at private.
Okay, so just so we're clear with everybody,
Yeah.
right? So if I have whatever insurance I have, Aetna, let's say.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say insurance company names?
Yeah, sure.
Aetna.
Aetna.
Anyways,
We're going to find out.
Aetna, so if I have Aetna and there's whatever, if you're in network with Aetna,
Yes.
they're going to pay whatever they pay.
Correct.
$55 for an adult prophy, let's
Correct,
say.
but they pay 100% of that.
Right. But if you're not in network with Aetna,
Yes.
you have what we would call UCR, usual
Yes.
customary, right? UCR might be $99 for that code.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as long as your office doesn't charge more than $99, I, Aetna, am going to pay 100% of that.
Correct.
And I know a few, not to derail here, I
Mm-hmm.
know I'm derailing here, a couple of these PPOs have gotten into where they're not paying 100% out of network, but very few.
Very few of them.
Okay, but I'm just going to mention that because someone's going to inevitably mention that. Because
Listen,
and I understand I'm that kind of guy. I will
Yes.
be the guy that mentions that, but I do know that that's happened for a couple of these, but not as many. Anyway, so just
So we
to not
picked a
sidetrack.
solution
Right,
that
but-
would fit most
Fine,
scenarios.
fine, but let me not sidetrack us because
Yes.
that's the direction I'm going here.
Yeah.
I'll unsidetrack us. So
No, it's
basically,
fine.
what you want them to do, and maybe their private fee, what they would normally just charge
Mm-hmm.
for that adult pro fee would be $130.
Sure.
Okay, so then we've got three fees here: $55 in network, $99 UCR, and $130 would be their private fee.
Correct.
Now the problem is what you want to see,
Yeah.
and this is something you've had our clients do, is you've had them lower their diagnostic and preventive fees to UCR for their zip code.
Correct.
Okay, but you've had them raise basic and major fees to whatever the 60th or 70th percentile, whatever they were comfortable with for their zip code.
Correct.
Got
So that write-off I consider a marketing spend.
And well, it's not really write-off, but the lowering of the fee, because a write-off
Correct.
of the pro fee or the prevent. Well, the truth is, if they were in network, they're writing off more anyway.
Correct. So
Yeah.
let's say that lowering the slightly lower preventative fees,
Yeah.
I consider a marketing spend because the number one reason why people leave a practice when you go out of network is not because of the things that they're used to paying a co-payment for.
Right, I'm used to paying a co-payment for fillings, a root canal, for a crown, etc.
Correct. They leave because suddenly they have to pay that $10 for a hygiene visit and they're not used to it. But my cleanings are free.
Right.
Right. So you just eliminate all of that by just lowering to allowable.
And Joe, here's I was going to say, folks, here's the real joke.
Yeah.
If I have 80% of my patients in network,
Yeah.
I'm getting $55, say with Aetna.
Yeah.
I'm getting $55 a pro fee from these folks anyway at 100%. If all of a sudden I'm out of network and I'm charging UCR, I'm now getting $99. This is like a fee increase. And okay, so I'm charging my private patients a little less.
Yes.
Why not? I mean, that's part of the problem is they've been the ones subsidizing all these PPO things anyway. Why have they been penalizing those folks who are actually paying cash?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it works out perfectly and it gets the profit margin in a dental practice back to where we need it to be in order to make it worth it to own a business like that.
Right.
While being able to do quality dentistry.
And then by doing this, my crowns, instead of being $880 in network, are now $1,500, $1,600, whatever they should
private
be.
fee.
Got it.
Right.
Okay, so those are some of the assumptions.
Yes. So the other thing is your receptionist needs to be trained properly, meaning that they understand what their job is. Their job is not to answer the patient's questions. Their answer is not to be a doctor. Their only function when taking that new patient phone call is to schedule that new patient. That is that's everything they do is geared towards just bring them in, just bring them in. We'll handle them when they're here.
Okay.
Right? And some receptionists think their job is to answer the questions and handle everything over the phone. That is not the job. Bring them in, get them on the schedule.
Okay.
So those are the two understoods.
And can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Just because this is something I've seen a few times recently.
Yeah.
Because you bring up a good point. Like, well, why isn't the receptionist just scheduling somebody? That's their job.
Yes.
Well, in some cases, the office, because I've had clients ask me, like, what do you think I should do for a second opinion? Or if a patient calls and says, because obviously what we try to do with the shopper call, which we'll go over,
Yeah.
is get him in to come see the doc, right?
You just get them in.
Right, but then what do I charge for that? Should I do it for free? Should I? But the reason I bring this up is you have this instantaneous sort of clang.
Yeah.
Clang meaning two things banging into each other in the office. If there's no policy on what do I do with a second opinion.
Correct.
There has to be a agreed upon policy that from reception all the way to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, second opinion, boom, $29 for a PA, I bring them in. Or second opinion, free.
Yes.
They just come in.
Correct.
Like there has to be an agreed upon thing. Otherwise, you end up with the receptionist trying to figure out, like, what am I supposed to do with this person?
Right.
Which is the last, you don't want them thinking about it.
Right. My philosophy has always been bring them in. Right. It's 15 minutes of your time.
Right.
Right. You can charge for it if you want to. We never did. Right. Just bring them in because it's a sales opportunity and an opportunity to get a patient. And how much money do you spend on new patients?
I
on
agree.
average, what is it, $300 a new patient is the marketing spend?
I agree.
Just bring them in.
I agree. I think people sometimes freak out about the fact, like, oh, I charge $29 for an X-ray.
Who
Like,
cares?
what's the big deal?
Right.
I've seen people do free cone
How much
games.
are you spending on your marketing?
Right.
Right.
Okay, good. So those are our basic assumptions.
Right.
Okay, good. So now let's get to the meat, right?
Yes.
Okay, because these are two biggies.
Yes.
How do you handle a shopper?
Yes.
And how do you handle are you in network? So I think, do you want to just play act these?
Sure, whatever.
So which one do you get asked more? Probably the in-network question.
In-network is a big thing right
Let's
now.
hit in-network then.
Okay.
Okay, so I call your office.
Yes.
You've dropped plans.
Yes.
Let's say you've dropped, we'll use the word Acme for the insurance company.
Oh, I
How's
thought we're sticking with that.
No.
Acme.
Acme.
Okay, very good.
It's a big company.
Yes.
Acme
Huge
Insurance.
insurance company.
Huge insurance
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Okay, so my plan's Acme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you guys used to be in network with Acme, but you're not anymore.
Yes.
So you've dropped it.
Yes.
So I call the practice,
Mm-hmm.
and so you want to just play it?
Sure.
Okay, and we can kind of give them some identifiable steps as we go.
Sure.
All right, so you answer the phone. Okay, ring, 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 ring.
ABC Dental, this is Sabri. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. My friend goes to your office, and they told me you guys are really good. I wanted to know, do you take my insurance?
Yes, I will check that for you. First, can I get your name and contact information just in case we get disconnected?
Yeah, my name's Jeff Smith, and my phone number is blah, blah, blah.
Good, good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're going to do all the usual new patient things you're supposed
with
to
your
do,
intake
right?
form.
So
Got it.
I'm just going to handle the meat of it, right? To the question as we do these scenarios. So I'm
Perfect.
not asking for your name and phone number every time.
Got it.
Yeah?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, so your question is, do we take your insurance?
Yeah, I've got this Acme insurance.
Okay, good. Do you have the Acme PPO or HMO? Do you know which one you have?
What?
Do you have your insurance card?
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is something that I was noticing on a lot of calls. People go, do you know if it's an HMO or PPO? And the patient's like,
Well, some patients know.
Some
so
people-
I usually ask.
Yeah, I know, but I remember hearing one in particular, like, what?
What? And you get that a lot. So you
Yeah.
just ask them, do you have your card on you?
Right.
Good. So can you pull out your card? You just have them check it on
Okay,
their
so I have
card.
my card. It's the Acme PP is a PPO.
Okay, so you
Or
have
I
the
give you the
PPO.
plan number and you identify it as a PPO.
Perfect. And you want to come in for a cleaning.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, I'm going to get my teeth cleaned.
Perfect. So Acme covers 100% of your cleaning in this office.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I'm going to get you scheduled for the cleaning. If you need anything beyond the cleaning, we're going to verify your insurance and we'll have all your insurance information ready for you just in case that comes up later.
Oh, cool.
Okay? So when would you like to come in?
I don't know.
All right. I have an opening tomorrow.
I was going to get you on that one.
Fine.
When would you like to come in?
Fine.
Can I call you back?
Yes.
Anyway, okay, so basically, I like what you did there.
Yes.
In the sense that, because I kind of did put you on the spot, even though you might think that, obviously Sabri and I know each other well. We've been married for 38 years, right?
Yes.
You would think that I'm actually put her on the spot in that one a little bit. I just want to see how obviously I knew she'd handle it well, but we didn't rehearse that, in other words.
No.
I didn't put you on the spot. We didn't
No.
script that.
No.
So what I really liked about that was you take my insurance, and my insurance will cover my 100% of my cleaning.
But you are asking me, I'm answering.
That's 100% true.
Right.
And you even told me, like, look, before we do any other treatment,
We're going to verify your insurance.
So then, okay, so if we had to break it down for a process for people.
Yes.
So it's like, first, obviously, I'm going to be polite. This is another human being.
Yes.
I'm not going to just go, oh, yeah, buy, click, or whatever.
Yes.
I'm going to go, they're going to say, do you take my insurance? I'm going to go, good, well, yes, I'm happy to answer that question. Can I get your name? Can I get your number?
Right.
Thank you for calling today, whatever. I'm going to
Sure.
treat them like
All
a person.
the usual things
Exactly.
that you're supposed to do.
Well, some people don't think those are usual.
Oh, but they should be usual, and you should have a new patient intake form.
Right. So now we've done that, and you go, okay, good. Do you have your insurance card? Yes, I
Yes.
do. Okay, it's the Acme PPO. Okay, good. Well, we cover 100% of your cleaning will be covered 100% in this office.
That's right.
Boom. Okay, now what if I had said Acme HMO?
So I'd say, okay, so now do you see on your card there's a name of a doctor on your card?
Yes.
Okay, good. That is actually the only doctor you are allowed to see if you want to use your insurance.
I already saw that guy. I didn't like him.
Okay, good. Now, what we have is we have a new patient special. Could you afford $98 for a cleaning?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then why don't I schedule you? You use your new patient special. We're going to do a great job, and you will like this doctor.
Interesting. Well, it's funny because you know who I'm thinking about, the client we have in Central
Yes.
Florida, who's
Yes.
the majority of her patients come from the corporate HMO office across
Correct.
the street.
Correct.
That's brilliant, though. Okay,
Yeah.
so there, boom, HMO. Okay, well, if I can either go see the HMO doctor then at that
Yes,
point.
I give them that option first if they
Right.
want to use their insurance. But if they say, listen, I don't want to see that person,
Right.
I'm going to give them the new patient special, let them know how much it is, and just bring them in.
Which most of the time, at least in my experience, if they're calling and they have an HMO,
Yeah.
they've already been to the HMO doc.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
And
yeah,
they
so
don't
you
wanna
don't
go back.
immediately discard them.
Right. Oh, good point. Good
Yes.
point.
Now, the only thing that's different is Delta.
Okay.
Right? Because if you're out of network with Delta,
Mm-hmm.
right, they are not going to let you accept assignment.
Okay.
So the check goes to the patient. The check doesn't go to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So different offices I work with handle this different ways.
Well, now, and it's funny. I was talking to which client I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Big office, several practices, Delta in a very Delta heavy area,
Mm-hmm.
and he decided, like, heck with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, even though the Delta won't allow me to accept assignment, even though we've seen Delta say that and still send the doctor
Yeah,
the
yeah,
check.
yeah. 90% of the time,
because they're
Delta's
super efficient.
right?
Actually, I probably shouldn't
But
be
I
talking
don't
smack
want
about
you
Delta.
to
but
count on that. And it's true. Very often when you're out of network, they just continue to send the check
no,
to
the
you.
reason I'm bringing this up is he didn't care. He was like, you know what, fine.
Yeah.
The patient will send me the money.
Yeah.
Like it actually, he's like, look, I took a hit for a few months in the event the patients didn't send me the money.
Yeah.
But most did.
Yeah.
And he was fine.
And it's interesting, more and more clients are doing that, and there's really not a problem with that. The other thing I see people doing is they take so you have Delta. So yes, your cleaning will be covered at 100% in this office, but your insurance company sends the check to you, not to us, right? So what we're going to do when you come is we put a credit card on file, and in 30 days, you either bring us the insurance check or we charge the money on your credit card and you pay off the insurance
that's
or
really
the credit
smart.
card with it.
That's really
So,
smart.
I see different people doing it different way. Whichever way is comfortable for you is the way you do it. But the bottom line is bring them in.
Yeah, that's actually
Like, don't
smart.
create barriers on people showing up in your office.
Okay, so we could do a couple things. If there's, for a fact, the insurance company is not going to allow you to accept assignment, and they are most likely going to send this check to the patient, you could A, wait for the patient to get the money and have the patient send you the bill or
Yeah.
send you the money once you bill them.
Yeah.
B, have a credit card on file, have your attorney drop a little form or something
Correct.
that the patient fills out to charge their card within a certain set period of time, 30
Usually
days.
after 30 days.
If
and
they
then-
haven't brought the check yet. Or C, you make them pay, I
Yes.
guess, which is another option if you really want to. But it seems like most people are doing options A or B.
Yeah, most people are actually doing option B at this point. They just put a credit card on file, and in 30 days, they just charge the card.
Oh, that's fair.
But usually the patient will have paid already.
Well, and it's funny because the patient will have already been paid.
Yes.
Well, they don't have to even bring the check in.
No.
They're going to get the check made out to them. I guess they could sign it over. But
Yeah,
for the
they
most
could,
part, yeah.
or they just call in a credit
Or
card
they
and
take it,
pay,
use
or-
their credit card and get
Yeah.
some points out of it or something
Yeah.
like this. Okay, so there's that's actually very simple. So really the only patient you potentially lose here is the HMO patient.
The HMO patient, and there are certain, like 10% of the insurance companies,
Mm-hmm.
the out-of-network benefits are not 100% for preventative. They're only 90%,
And
or
now-
sometimes 80% for preventative.
Here's what I think, because
Yes.
I think the insurance companies know that we're all kind of onto them.
Yes.
Like I kept for a while, and I don't know, I'm not taking any credit for this. And maybe it's the combined podcasting community of anti-insurance dental
Yes.
podcasters. But there was one MetLife site. Do you remember this site?
No.
It would kind of give you the in-network and out-of-network
Yes.
fees. And the out-of-network fees were like a joke. They were in the 30th percentile.
Yes.
Like, you know.
Yes, I do know.
Anyway,
what you're
that's
talking
like
about now.
disappeared after it was on this on the show a couple times, right?
Yes.
Like there's so I think we should be prepared
Mm-hmm.
for insurance companies to start doing that. And just to be clear, what we're talking about is instead of covering 100% of UCR, they'll cover 90% of UCR.
That's right. But if you take a look at it, how much is that really? $15? dollars So you can, even when the patient calls in and goes, you know, do you take my insurance? And you know they're going to have a $15 copay that you
Sure.
have to collect legally. You can say, actually, your copay is going to be $15 for your cleaning. Can you afford that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they go, yeah, I can afford $15. And then you go, okay, good. Well,
You're
then let's
calling
get
them
you
out. Can you afford that?
Well, you can be nice about it, but usually $10, $8
right,
with new
right.
patients, right? Like that's your copay.
Right. I think you said it best.
Yeah.
You were at a seminar. I forget which seminar we were doing when you
Yeah.
pointed out that when mom brings the kids for their cleaning.
Yes.
Like if you had brought our kids for their cleaning.
Yes.
When they were little.
Yeah.
8 and 10, right?
Yeah.
And you're used to our dental insurance paying 100% of everything.
Yes.
And then instead, you're told you have a $150 copayment.
Yes.
Because we were in network.
Yeah.
Before, that would create a problem.
For me, that could create problems.
Yeah,
for
maybe not even a
families.
financial problem, but it would have been like, whoa, what the heck's
Something
going on
they
here?
weren't counting on,
Right,
and
especially-
that could be a lot of money.
Right. And when you're younger, finances
Yes.
are, and when you have little kids, finances
Yes.
are tighter, right?
Yes.
Versus if you were cleaning was 100%, percent and then they were like, oh, Sabri, you need a crown.
Yes.
And your copay is $1,000.
Yes.
And it would have been like, okay. Because you're
Yes.
used to having a financial discussion.
Correct. And you also have a lot of options for that. You're not
Right.
going to finance a $25 hygiene
Right.
copay.
But they're
right?
they're-
Or $100 if it's a family of 4.
You're expecting a financial discussion around a crown or a filling. You're
Right.
not expecting a financial discussion around a pro fee.
Exactly.
So, okay, I love that.
Good.
For the out-of-network. So
Good.
basically, that's what you would train their staff to do and have them practice it until they were comfortable handling that.
Correct. So actually what you're doing is you're answering their question without answering their question. They asked you, like when they say, are you in network, which is going to be fewer people than.
I think they normally say, do you take my insurance? Is
Yeah,
what I
but you
hear.
have patients, and
They're a
it's
little more
fewer
savvy. Yeah.
that are a little bit more savvy that go, are you in network?
Mm-hmm.
And you handle it the exact same way. The exact same way. Well, what insurance do you have?
Have them verify, oh, you will
I'm
have
Acme,
100% coverage
right?
for that here.
Oh, you have 100% coverage. Do you want
For your
like,
cleaning
For
or
your
whatever.
cleaning, when would you like to come in?
Okay, good.
Right, so you just handle it without even answering the question. Just bring the patient in. They'll fall in love with your office. They'll fall in love with your dentist, and they'll be happy to pay the couple of $100 out of pocket for whatever they may need.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now, that's a biggie.
Yes.
Let's move on to the shopper.
Yes.
Okay, so now I think I've brought this up on the podcast before. When we do our missed recalls,
Yes.
you know, when people ask MGE, can you do a missed recall for me?
Yeah.
We always call us a shopper.
Yeah.
Now, we're not a jerk or anything like that. We're nice.
Yes.
The average conversion rate for shopper calls,
Mm-hmm.
and to us, how we count it as a conversion is would we schedule?
Right. Mm-hmm.
We don't actually schedule because we think that would be a little trolly.
that'd be
We'll
me.
usually at the last second go, okay, you know what, let me call my spouse and I'll just verify the time and I'll call you back.
Yeah.
Okay. The conversion rate for shopper calls,
Mm-hmm.
at least from what we've seen, the 1,000 calls plus we've made is 2%.
Yeah.
Which is pathetic.
Really.
And they go, some people are rude. Some people immediately cop an attitude because you
Yeah.
call us a shopper.
Yeah.
Like you,
Yeah.
right? And you know, the way I always handle that is when I'm talking to a group, and you probably say the same thing, is have you ever bought anything that's on sale?
Right, of course. But people, it's totally fine
No,
if
I know.
people shop around.
But some people don't think that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, gross, this patient's asking how much an implant is. They're a shopper.
I shop around.
Well, we all do. Everybody buys things on sale. And the other
Yeah.
thing most people don't realize with a shopper call is if a person is asking how much something is, and obviously you want to find out who told them they needed a crown or whatever, but they probably need more than one of that procedure
Exactly.
because they're not going to leave that office for $200.
Exactly.
All right, so let's run through this.
Yes.
Shop
and they're
or call.
great patients. If you can get them in,
Yeah.
they're great.
Right, because they're already into the buying process.
Correct.
They're already halfway there.
They already know they need it.
But they're a shopper. We should get rid of them.
no, they're great.
No, I know. It's just
Yeah.
it's silly when I see it.
Yeah.
People get these weird ideas or attitudes that are not based on anything. Mm-hmm. It's almost like superstition. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's play this forward. Mm-hmm. I call the practice. Here we go.
Right. And I'm not going to do the whole, like,
You gotta
can I
take
get
my
your
name
and
to show 'em
number?
how a
No,
receptionist-
No, no.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay, fine.
No,
I'll
you
do
don't
it.
have to. I'm
Okay.
kidding. All right, so ring, ring, ring.
Yes. Oh,
You have to answer the phone.
sorry.
Dental office.
Yes.
What do you want? All right, ring, ring, ring.
ABC Dental, this is Sabri. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. How much do you guys charge for a crown?
It really depends on what kind of crown you need, but can I ask you a question?
Yeah, hang on. I think I know the crown I need. Hold on. 2D2740. How much do you charge for that one?
Oh, okay. So here's the problem, right? First of all, what makes you think you need a crown?
Okay, this is assuming you got my name and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, it freaks me out.
Okay.
Okay, full disclosure, I did see another doctor and they
Yeah.
told me I need some crowns.
Okay. And you need more. How many do you need?
I mean, I don't know. This is all gibberish on this thing. I see
Okay.
it's the 2740. I know that says crown. I see
Okay.
3 of these here.
You see 3 of them. Okay. And where are they located in your mouth?
Where they located? What do you mean?
Like, where are the crowns?
Oh,
that
like
you
where am
need?
I? Like
Yes.
which teeth? Okay, I have. Okay, if you like, I'm touching the left side of my face, my left, on the top. There's the 2 in the back, and then on the bottom, it's really weird. I think I hit it on something. The tooth in the front, it's like in the middle and the bottom on the front.
Okay. Are you in pain there right now?
I mean, right now, like when I'm talking to you,
Yeah.
not really. Sometimes when I drink like a cup of coffee or if I drink like a soda,
Okay.
the ones in the back, like
Yeah.
it really can, like, ooh,
But they
bad.
don't have crowns on them right now.
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
So I'm going to tell you. First of all, I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
Right. So crowns vary dramatically in price.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Even like they could be anywhere from a few $100s to $2,000.
Okay.
It really depends.
Sure.
Right. What is more important for you to understand is that different dentists
Uh-huh.
look at dental problems with different philosophies.
Okay.
Right? So where one person might say you need a crown, somebody else might take a more conservative approach.
Got it. Okay,
Right?
okay.
So it really depends. So what I would like to do with you, especially since you have some discomfort, is we have a free consultation with the doctor,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'd like to bring you in for a free consultation. I'd like to have the doctor look at the teeth you're talking about.
But can't you just say that they're crowns and they're...
No, because as I said, it could be a few $100s, could be a few $1,000s, or it could be that doesn't need a crown.
I
don't
see.
want to do a crown there right now. Some people are more conservative.
You can't tell me this over the phone.
Well, he needs to look at it.
Got it. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So what I would love to do is just bring you in. It's free,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have a great doctor here. Let them take a look at it and decide themselves what they would want to do with it. Do you have dental insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can verify your dental insurance in the meantime, and then fingers crossed you don't need a crown.
Okay.
But that is the best way to get a price, because then we can tell you exactly what needs a crown, what doesn't, and how much those crowns are going to cost, and how much your insurance is going to pay for it. And then you get to make a decision whether you would like to do that or not.
Okay, and then here we would schedule me.
Right.
Preferably today or tomorrow.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, so then if we were to break this down like this into a procedure, obviously
Yes.
we don't want to cop an attitude
No.
with somebody.
You want to engage the person in conversation.
Well, yeah, because usually where I hear these go wrong is a person will say, well, how much do you charge for a crown?
Yeah.
Well, we don't quote prices over the phone. Click.
No. And you could see, I asked you, where's the crown located? Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's true.
Where the crown's located. I'm just trying to engage you in some conversation.
Right. Is it sensitive to hot or cold? Is
right?
it right?
Like you could ask those questions.
Who
That
told you
already
you needed
could-
a crown?
Right. So,
WebMD.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
So, do you already have a crown on it? Is this a new crown, right? Doctor is not excited about cutting down teeth for crowns if it's not necessary.
Right.
Right. So, you really want to get to know this patient a little bit, and more importantly, you want the patient to get to know you a little bit.
Right.
And then just bring that patient in, have the doctor take a look at it. They very well may need crowns, or they may not.
But the plus is that you've engaged them. They're now in good communication with
Correct.
you, which is where I think people go wrong.
Correct.
Because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a connection.
They're looking for a connection.
So they see you're a real person,
Right.
you know?
And they also see you truly care because you do.
Right.
Right? So the most important way that's shopping for like fillings, right? Well, there's different kinds of fillings.
Sure.
What makes you think you need a filling? Are you in discomfort right now? Why don't we take a look at
Yeah,
this
what do you
real
need?
quick?
Where in your mouth do you need
Right?
fillings? Yeah.
Even implants.
Yeah.
Right? Well, let the doctor have to take a look at it. There's different kinds of implants depending on how much bone you have. They could go from here to here. And so you want to give an answer. You never want to quote a price. You always want to give a range.
And in some cases, I've seen it where the range isn't even needed because
Right.
the patient, you've told them, I don't know, look, I don't know what you need. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and the doctor wouldn't even know what you needed till he sees you.
Right.
So we need to get you in here so I can get you in at 3 o'clock today. I've seen it where like 60, 70% of those just schedule.
That's right.
Then you'll get the patient to go, but yeah, how much is it? In which
Right.
case you do like you did the range.
You give them a range.
Like
right?
what, stainless steel up through crown and build up?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and it's the same thing with implants. It's a tremendous range.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. And the thing that you want to explain to your patients in a really nice way is that there's a certain level of subjectivity to diagnosing dentistry, depending on the philosophy of the dentist.
But we're not going to say it in those exact words.
No, no.
Like, what?
But just like anything, right? Our dentist might have a different viewpoint
Right.
on this. I mean, our dentist might be far more aggressive than the
But
diagnosis.
we can't diagnose anything till we see it, ultimately.
Right. So you just want to let them know. Let them have a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Our doctor may or may not do that diagnosis. Right. Let's get a second opinion.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
This was great. This
Yeah.
was good. And this would be obviously these two things exactly as you went over them. I would definitely take their teams for the people listening and drill their teams till they feel completely comfortable doing
Yes.
this. And, practice it with people calling in. This could
Ex-
convert you an additional 10, 20 new patients a month if you handle this correctly.
Exactly. And again, put your A team on answering these phone calls.
Yeah.
Right. Don't put the guys that are still training
Right.
on these phone calls because that's very expensive for the practice.
No, I agree. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And what I'd recommend training wise, we do have the phone skills course on DDS Success where
We
we
do.
cover some of the stuff. We're actually in the process of creating a second. I think we haven't decided on the title yet. It's either called More About Phone Skills.
I think advanced
Or
or-
Advanced
yeah,
Phone
but-
Skills. We're
yeah.
debating more about or advanced. Will we get into more scenarios? I know you have an exhaustive list of phone scenarios I saw yesterday.
20 different scenarios that could possibly be asked.
Which
of
go
a
off in 5
receptionist.
different directions. I saw
Totally.
them yesterday. I'm like, gosh, this course can be long.
Yeah.
So we're in the process of filming those, but the basic phone skills course is on DDS Success if you want to check it out. We'll put the link on the episode webpage, as well as we have a free ebook called Phone Scripts, which has some of this stuff right in there.
Absolutely.
Which I would definitely recommend you download to check this out. Again, this can net you a bunch more new patients, make your life a heck of a lot easier, make your marketing more effective. Sabri, thank you so much for coming here and doing this.
You are very welcome.
Very appreciated. Folks, that's all we have for you this week. And if you have any questions, you can always check us out online at mgeonline.com or call us at 800-640-1140. Have a great week, and we will see you at the next episode.